Hi guys! We're gonna be doing our nutrition kitchen today.
Yeah, Compelled Kitchen.
So today we're gonna learn how to cook tempeh. Tempeh. That's how you pronounce it.
PH.
Yeah, it's PH. So so when you're looking for a good tempeh, you want to find non-GMO. And then also what tempeh is, it's fermented soybeans. So they're all just a bunch of soybeans. It's all squished together in there. You might see some black spots. That's not mold. That's just part of the fermentation process. So don't freak out. It even says on the package, don't freak out.
So tempeh is, as far as vegan protein sources go, is it kind of one of the bigger ones? And then you have things like tofu and...
Yeah, and there's, so the biggest one is, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, seitan.
Okay.
So it's vital wheat gluten. That's all it is. That has about 25 grams of protein, I think, for 3 to 4 ounces. So,
wow.
But some people have gluten sensitivity, so they can't have it. So I think this is the next one because it's not as processed as tofu, and so then tofu's next. So,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So, and it's for 3 ounces, you get 16 grams of protein. The carbs are 10 grams, and it is a little bit higher in the fat. It's 4.5 grams, so you just need to be a little careful.
All right. So today you're cooking it, and you guys know, if you've paid attention in the group at all, that I don't do a lot of cooking. I do a lot of microwaving. But Bubbles does a lot of cooking. Obviously, she's mostly vegan, so she knows a lot more. I tried one time to cook this, and it was edible but not tasty. So
Yeah.
she's going to show us some ways that it can be tasty too.
So I just cut the package in half. This is our cutting board today, so I'm gonna try to be careful. And I just squeeze it out. And you can boil it or you can steam it. My head cut off. There we go. So I have it in 2 pieces right now. So I'm just gonna cut across and be careful on it. Making tiny little cubes. And then I'm going to flip it and do the other way. And I usually make this in big batches that I have for the week, but today we're just doing this one batch. And with this, we're gonna make open-faced meatball sandwiches, so.
Ooh, that's what the bread's for.
Yeah.
The bread I recognize.
So we'll get those in there without burning myself. And then you let that boil for about 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, so it looks like our tempeh is done that we were steaming there. See the little frothiness on top, so, because it will stick a little bit even on a non-stick pan. Just spread it out a little bit. And then you can put whatever spices you want on it. I brought some smoked paprika. This is a staple. It's delicious. And then some Bragg's 24 herbs and spices. This has basically everything you need in it. And then I set the oven to 350 already, so that's all set. And then we're gonna cook this for 20 minutes, and then it should be ready to go. So you don't always have to boil it or steam it. This is another way to saute it. My pans are super hot right now, obviously. And one of them I'm just gonna saute with seasoning, and the other one I'm gonna saute with barbecue sauce. One I'm just putting seasoning on. I just found this stuff. It's Herbs de Provence. Okay, this stuff is really good. It has like lavender in it. Give it a smell, Becky.
Mmm.
It's interesting, but it says it's good. So only put it in your palm of your hand and just sprinkle it on top. You don't need much. And then this is some just barbecue sauce. This is actually local. I usually get Weber's barbecue sauce because it's it has very minimal ingredients in it, but this is the best thing I could find. This is not vegan since it has honey in it, but because the bees do all the work and we take it away from them. That's why. But anyways, so I'm just gonna wipe the back of this. Okay. And we'll check on these front ones. So then they get that nice little golden brown on them. That's when you want to flip them, so it doesn't take too long.
Oh. Smells delicious.
Okay, the tempeh is ready and out of the oven. We're just gonna put it in a bowl. And it's not too crispy. If you want it crispier, you can keep it in there longer. And you also can cook it, another way to cook it is in the air fryer. You just set it on high, and you cook it for 14 minutes and you flip it halfway through. So good stuff. We're gonna put some marinara on there. And you can use as much as you want, I guess. So. I add some nutritional yeast. I know I've posted about this before. This is another source of protein for vegans, and it's very good in B12, which vegans have a deficiency in because you get that from meat. So yeah, and this gives it kind of a little bit of a cheesy flavor to it. And they're just little flakes. So you can either put just a light layer of butter on there or some olive oil and make it bake it a little bit to make it crunchy. I didn't do that today, but you can do that if you like. So, and then super easy, just scoop it on there. So it's not too pretty, but it'll be good.
So you got basically a tempeh open-faced meatball sandwich.
Yeah.
Meatball marinara.
And you can use both pieces of bread, of course, but I know lots of you are not eating as many carbs, so this is an easier way to cut back on your carbs a little bit, not making a full sandwich. So with this tempeh that we just seasoned, we're going to make a little salad out of it with baby arugula. This stuff I didn't think I would like because it's a peppery taste, but it is actually really good and it's good for you. It's super cheap. It's great to put in a salad. So we're just gonna put a handful in the bowl here. I like to combine it with power greens. This has every other type of leaf in there. It's great to have too, and it really complements the arugula. If it's too much of a peppery taste, it kind of gets it out of sunflower seed. Looks like. So I'm just gonna sprinkle some on there. Go ahead and put these on there. And then I like to put a little bit of salad dressing, balsamic on it. I use Newman's. I use all his products because they're really good and you can read all the ingredients. So, and I just put just a little bit of a cap full in there. Because you don't need much of it. That's about it. Just kind of sprinkle it.
So you don't need a whole half cup of dressing on your salads.
No. Then I use Himalayan sea salt. It tastes better, so. And that's what my salads kind of look like when I do have a salad. So if you have any other questions about it, let me know and I'll either research it or answer it for you. So yeah, that was fun.